Hello, so here we are going to make a quick overview of the Mushroom Man. Basically, this is how you are going to get the model. So we are going to be in pose mode with all the bones and things like that. And as you can see, there is a total of 570 bones, but those are not going to be completely used. The only ones that's going to be used are the ones that we can see here in the screen. But first, let's take a look at the statistics of the model itself. So go into object mode. We can see that this model comes with 5,800 vertices, 11,896 edges, so 6,110 faces, and a total of 11,572 triangles. So it's not that heavy, it's actually pretty low poly for you to use it in your game or any animation that you want to do, and it's pretty fast to be used inside of Blender. Yeah, so basically this is the model that you are going to get, and all the textures here, they are 4K, and you are going to have, let's check it out here real quickly and go into the model. In the first slot, you are going to get base color, ambient occlusion, roughness, and this here is to invert the normal map because it comes as DirectX and Blender's OpenGL normal map, and all of those textures, they are 4K. So if by any chance the model is pink for you, you just have to find the textures and plug them in. So base color, ambient occlusion, roughness, and normal map. And the other one here in this slot 2, we have the eyes. So eye base color, roughness, and emissive. This one doesn't come with the normal map. And that's it for the technical things of the mesh itself. Now let's take a look at the rig. So going back to layout, selecting the armature and go into pose mode. Here we have some controllers for all the parts of the body and that you can play around with. The transforms that shouldn't be moved, they are locked, so you're completely fine with the things that you can normally do here. So for example, this one has the scales locked, but you can't rotate it, but you can move it, for example. So these are some tweaks for you to play around with the hat. Well, basically then we are going to press N, and you should have this mushroom rig here in your Blender file. If you don't, basically what you're gonna need to do is to get here to the scripting tab and run this guy here. So this here is the script to get that panel for the rig configurations and stuff that you can change. Then this is going by default like this, and you can make some changes here in the view. So here we have the bone layers, so you don't want to see the root here, you don't want to see the head here, body, and things, they are separated here. And if you want to play with the let's say only IK, you can toggle off all the FKs, and then you're going to be left only with the IK layers. So the FK ones want to be in your view and they are not going to disturb you. And for the tweaks, here we also have layers for the tweaks, which are these guys here. So we can make some adjustments in them and move them around And one thing that I particularly like about these tweaks is that you can scale them, and you can, for example, make these strong arms, and that's pretty cool. I kind of like it. So other than that, let's check out the other things. For example, here the torso, we have the master controller, so we can move it around, rotate, we can scale it, and you can see that for the spines we have two controllers, and there's one that's big and one small that's inside of it. The big one has a copy rotation throughout the spine, so if we rotate the one that's here, down here, if we rotate it, all the others, they are going to rotate as well. But for example, if you don't want it to happen, we can go to this smaller one that's inside of that big one and then move them, and it's the only one that's going to be affected. So this one does not get the rotation copied to the other spine bones. Alright, and well, for IK and things like that, we have here, this one's not going to do anything because we have to change it here. So arm IK, FK, switch. If it's 1, it's FK. If it's 0, it is IK. So I'm going to grab these two and bring them down to 0. And then now I can grab here the IK controller and move it around just normally. So rotates the hands and things like that. The pinky metacarpal has a copy rotation to the other two metacarpals here. So if we rotate it, the other ones, they are going to rotate, but with a smaller influence. So it's going to have that nice curl effect on the hands. And also we have these master controllers here on the fingers that we can select all of them at the same time, or one at a time. And if we scale them down, we are going to make the fingers curl in like that. For the legs, we have the same system, so we can switch it from IK to FK in the same thing. Here we have the IK controller for the leg, so we can move it up and one way to the other. And here is the pull target. And we also have this little guy here behind the foot, which is going to control the foot roll. So if we rotate it this way, then it's going to be on the standing on the toes, and if we go back, then it's going to rotate on the heels. And we can also do this from this side. So we rotate it, it is standing on the sides of the foot. And the other controllers that are pretty interesting to take a look is the head, actually not the head, the look at controller. This one is going to control, this big one is going to control all the eyes, so where they are going to look at. And here we have a parent property of the look at. So for example, if we are working and I want the head to move, the body to move, and I want to keep the eyes looking at the same place, I can toggle it off like this, and then when I move the head, we can see that it's still in the same place. But with this toggle done, we can move it and then it's going to follow the head. another one to finish it up. We have the eye controllers, and we can control them individually, like so, using the master look at controller that we've seen before. And another one is this blink control. Now you can move it down, and then it's going to close the eyes. And that's basically it. If you want to tweak the eyes or something like that, you can also come here and select each controller from here and move it to where you want it to be. Basically, that's it for this model. I hope you like it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!